Kansas City Chiefs, 1. Patrick Mahomes joins Peyton Manning, 2015, as the only quarterbacks in the past 30 years to lead their teams to 6-0 starts, despite throwing more interceptions than touchdowns. Manning's Broncos won the title that year. This Sunday, the Chiefs return to Allegiant Stadium, where they're 5-0, including their overtime triumph in Super Bowl 58. Expect KC to advance to 7-0, as they haven't lost on the road to the Raiders in 7 years. Baltimore Ravens, 2. Barring a strong playoff run, they're only scheduled to play 2 more games against NFC opponents this season. Notably, QB Lamar Jackson is 23-1 against the NFC, boasting a .958 winning percentage since 1970. Following a 5-touchdown performance against Tampa, Jackson is making a strong case for his 3rd MVP award. Detroit Lions, 4. As the early front-runners for home field advantage in the NFC, the Lions may actually be more dangerous on the road, where they are undefeated with an average victory margin of 15.7 points. Minnesota Vikings, 3. The Vikings are also unbeaten on the road, with 4 of their next 5 games away from US Bank Stadium. However, only one of those matches, against Chicago, is against a team with a .500 record or better. Green Bay Packers, 7. New kicker Brandon McManus drilled the game-winning field goal at Lambeau Field for just the 2nd time in his 11-season NFL career. He could be the final piece of what may be a championship roster. Houston Texans, 8. Despite some calls about a sophomore slump, QB CJ Stroud's overall numbers are down after a rough outing. Thankfully for him, the tough stretch through the NFC North is nearly over. Buffalo Bills, 9. The Bills traded for Amari Cooper, and rookie Keon Coleman notched Buffalo's first 100-yard receiving game of the season in Sunday's victory. Atlanta Falcons, 5. Excluding QB Kirk Cousins' explosive 509-yard outing in Week 5, the Falcons' offense is averaging just 213.5 passing yards per game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 6. Mike Evans celebrated his 100th touchdown catch, but the night ended on a sour note, with both Evans and Chris Godwin suffering injuries that could impact the team's future. Washington Commanders, 10. Washington leads the league with a plus 66-point differential, a number bolstered by their recent rout of Carolina. However, rookie QB Jaden Daniels' rib injury could hinder their momentum. Philadelphia Eagles, 11. In his first visit to the Giants, Saquon Barkley hit 21.93 miles per hour on a 55-yard run, this year's fastest by a running back, according to Next Gen Stats. Chicago Bears, 14. CB Jalen Johnson has been impressive, with a league-low passer rating of 20.8 against him, among defenders targeted at least 20 times. Dallas Cowboys, 15. The Cowboys are scheduled to play 2 consecutive away games. They're 3-0 outside of Texas, allowing no more than 17 points in those contests. Steelers at 16. QB Russell Wilson currently holds the league's longest streak with 20 games throwing at least 1 touchdown pass. They face a Giants defense that's allowed only 2 TDs through the air in the last 3 games. Arizona Cardinals, 21. If RB James Conner is the most underappreciated star, expect this gritty team to channel his energy and contend for the NFC West title. Cincinnati Bengals, 19. After starting 0-3, the Bengals are almost back to .500. Though neither Jamar Chase nor T. Higgins has had a 100-yard game in a win this season. San Francisco 49ers, 12. With Brandon Ayuk out for the season with an ACL injury, the 49ers face challenges, potentially relying on rookies against Dallas in Week 8. Seattle Seahawks, 23. Their impressive win coincided with their first turnover differential of +2 this season, and they won't leave their home field again until December. Los Angeles Chargers, 17. The Chargers have rarely been boring, but HC Jim Harbaugh's approach may hinder their potential this season. Denver Broncos, 20. Courtland Sutton grinned after a big win, even with 0 targets for the first time in his career, showcasing the uniqueness of his situation. Indianapolis Colts, 13. Despite a 4-3 record and wildcard positioning, concerns have been raised about sophomore QB Anthony Richardson's accuracy and efficiency. New York Jets, 18. For NYJ fans searching for positive news, 5 of the 6 previous 2-5 teams made the playoffs. Los Angeles Rams, 24. W.R. Cooper Kupp returns for the first time since Week 2, facing a superior Vikings squad under former OC Kevin O'Connell. Miami Dolphins, 29. The Dolphins have struggled offensively, leading the league with just 1.04 points per drive, even with QB Tua Tagovailoa's potential return. Jacksonville Jaguars, 32. After 2 weeks in Europe, maintaining momentum from their best win of the season is key, especially as Trevor Lawrence leads in passing yards and wins in London. New Orleans Saints, 25. QB Derek Carr faces a challenging return after 2 consecutive home losses, each by over 20 points. New England Patriots, 30. Rookie QB Drake May's attempt to attract UK fans fell flat, but he has shown encouraging signs on the field. Carolina Panthers, 26. They are struggling, largely due to their low pressure rate, with a league-worst 133-point differential. Las Vegas Raiders, 27. Raider Nation might soon see newly signed QB Desmond Ridder, whose 8-9 record may bring some hope. New York Giants, 22. Dexter Lawrence, typically double-teamed, leads the league with 9 sacks and is on pace for an impressive 22. Tennessee Titans, 28. The team, with veteran wideouts but limited passing success, is facing a critical trade deadline. Injured QB Deshaun Watson remains financially tied to the franchise for 2 more years, but his legacy may hinge on his off-field controversies rather than his on-field performance.